Marcia saw the holding facility this morning. Women and children crammed into separate rooms, sleeping on the floor with just blankets. One child pressed up a glass window, crying and desperately asking to be let out and reunited with his mom. Women released from there this morning say they come here to protect their children from violence and poverty back home. Alexander is just 6 months old. He crossed the Rio Grande near Reynosa on Sunday on a float with his 21-year-old mother, Margarita, and several others. A dangerous situation, but one that Margarita says was her only escape from gang violence in El Salvador.
My
husband is a cop over there, and the Maras are always killing cops and threatening us. How am I going to let them harm my son?
$3 and an 8-day ride along with 70 other people in the back of an 18-wheeler got Margarita and her baby to the U.S.-Mexico border. Once on the U.S. side, their luck ran out, temporarily at least. Border Patrol agents picked her up in Hidalgo County. She was held about 8 hours at a processing center there, then transferred to the Fort Brown Border Patrol station in Brownsville. There, she spent 3 days, which she describes as horrible.
My baby was good. But we have to keep asking for diapers. But I feel really bad for the older kids because they don't get food on time. For breakfast, we get an apple, water, and some milk. For lunch, an apple and water, and sometimes a burrito.
There's also the overcrowding and hours of boredom and desperation from being locked up in a crowded room for days. Margarita says of everything she endured in her journey to the U.S., being at a U.S. immigration facility was the worst. Claudia and her daughter Nicole spent $1,500 on the trip from Honduras to the Valley. She spent 5 days in an immigration facility, she says, and their ultimate destination is New York to meet up with her mother and brother who have been here for 2 years. Claudia says there are simply no jobs in Honduras, so risking her and her daughter's life crossing the river in a makeshift raft is the only way to a better future.
No, I wouldn't do it again. Thinking about everything I went through, I think I would do it again.
Now, both of the undocumented women that you saw there I spoke with are traveling to New York where family members await. Margarita says crossing illegally was the only realistic option because coming here legally requires too long of a waiting period and too many documents. In the studio, Daisy Barrera, Action 4 News.